Hi, I'm Sonia Green. I'm a nutrition coach and founder of Geo Lifestyle. And this video today, I'll be sharing my thoughts on an article in The Guardian today, which was a study that was showing there's been an increase in calorie intake in Britain during the pandemic. Now, this study is showing that there was an increase of about 10% of calorie intake in households in Britain during the pandemic, with the peak being in May last year, so towards the end of the first lockdown of 15%, perhaps not that surprising. I think a lot of people, myself included, was eating their feelings of stress and anxiety during this time period. It also shows that even though restaurant visits were down because the restaurants and pubs and cafes were in essential shut, that sort of increase in calories, which is normally related to restaurant visits because they have full fat everything and larger portion sizes, generally speaking. But that was sort of made up for by an increase in takeaways. So it's the actual raw ingredients that seems to have played a part in this increase. The article also discusses the importance of home working, if this has been a factor, and if this is going to continue some way, shape, or form. What does that mean to public health long term? Now, why is calories so important? When it comes to weight gain or loss or maintain, calories is the most important factor. That is what determines whether you gain, lose, or maintain your weight. On paper, it might sound like a fairly easy calculation: is calories in versus calories out. Now, there's obviously other factors. Nothing is that easy when it comes to human and health. So there's other things like metabolism, age, gender, general activity levels, if you work sitting down a lot, and so on and so forth. But even though the calculation itself can be tricky because of those factors, in essence, the output, which is in versus out, still is the determinant for those things I mentioned: weight loss, gain, and maintain. So what does it mean, 10% increase in calories? Well, if you look at the averages, which if you look at the back of a food packet in the supermarket, then the nutrition value and recommendations is actually based on an average UK woman, which is 160 centimeters and weighs 70 kilos. Now, obviously, there are variations, but for the purpose of this exercise, obviously, we're going to have to deal with averages, as you do quite often when it comes to these things. So instead of maybe using a full year, I thought we use 6 months. So if we have 365 days, I got my trusted calculator here. I don't know if anyone still uses these. Then that's 182 days. Times that by an extra 200 calories, you end up with 36,500 extra calories in those 6 months. What does that mean then? Well, in order to gain or lose 1 pound, so about half a kilo, that requires 3,500 deficit to lose weight, or a 3,500 increase to gain. Now, if we then have 36,500 extra calories in that 6 months, how much does that translate to in pounds or kilos? Well, divide that by 3,500 and you have 10.5 pounds, about 4.5 to 5 kilos of extra weight that's been put on. So it's not insignificant. And when it comes to health factors, obviously risk factors for corona is been discussed, and obesity is one of them. It is also a risk factor when it comes to things like coronary heart disease, stroke, diabetes type 2. It's also related to illnesses such as cancers and Alzheimer's. So it's definitely not unimportant. At the same time, there's been various thoughts and plans from the government on how to tackle this obesity crisis going on, in essence, because it's also increasing the weight that's being put on the NHS, and the cost of such public health issues. So another one to add, obviously, is the calorie out equation of the whole weight gain thing. So what roughly is 200 calories. So if we change our habits and we actually make up for the extra calories we eat, then that is roughly a 25-minute jog or a 45-minute brisk walk. Now that's every day though, so there might be some that's done that. um, I'm going to leave it up to you to muse about whether that is what's happened for everyone. And again, obviously we're dealing with averages, so there's going to be on both sides, but the predominantly middle is that what's been going on. So I'll leave you with that. And I do have my Instagram with tasty, yummy, healthy foods that you could visit for inspiration. I have a blog, a Facebook group, and I'm also launching my nutrition coach website that will have a meal calculator, one-to-one options, and automated suggested plans for you if you're interested in healthy eating and doing it in a sustainable way. This is not a fad diet or something that's going to happen quick. This is to learn for life. And there's some leeways. Healthy eating is all about balance in life. And I do hope that you visit one of those soon. I will be musing in one of these videos probably, hopefully soon again. Until then, stay safe and take care. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.